Unmute.
Hey Ryan, how are
Hello.
you doing today?
Good. How are you? Can you see me at all?
I can't see you. I apologize. It's the this version of this webinar that I'm doing.
Okay, it's all good.
Unfortunately, you can see me, but I can't see you.
Nope, I just
So,
lost you.
oh, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. There. No, yeah, yeah. It's just that
Okay.
my name comes up, I think, when I talk, and then I
Oh,
can't see
yeah.
you.
Right, right.
Okay. So it's all good. How long do you think the training will take? I got a boogie at like 12:30. Is
Um,
that okay?
s- yeah, so whenever you need to jump off, it normally takes me right about 45 minutes. Um,
Okay.
and so what I do is, so there's a couple others jumping on. So what I'm going to do when I start, and I'm going to start in about 2 minutes, regardless of if everyone's on or not. But I'm going to mute everybody so that way I can just get through all the material. And then at the
Okay.
end, I'll open it up for any questions that anyone has.
Okay. Sounds good. I had a long conversation with I believe his name was Kevin, the rep.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Uh yeah, so that was good. But
Yeah. Kevin Kuchera is your
yeah,
is your field specialist. So,
yeah, yeah.
um,
Okay, cool.
all right. So I'm just gonna give it another minute. Um, so Michael, I see that you're on. Thank you for joining. And Miss Jamie, I see that you are on. So I've got a couple others. I'm just gonna wait just one more minute. So so what I'll do is when I start, I'm gonna mute everybody so that way I can get through it. It's gonna take right about 45 minutes for me to go through this. So apologize, you're gonna have to hear my voice nonstop for 45 minutes, but I'll get through this and then we will then I'll open it up for any Q&A that anybody has. So here, share my screen. Okay, a couple of others that are supposed to join, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. So I'm gonna mute everybody and then I'm just gonna hit it. Um, any questions before I start? All right. All right. Well, thank you all for joining. Really do appreciate it. Um, so this particular training that we're going through, this presentation, it is meant for deck builders. I do open it up for anybody, so builders, dealers, distributors. But the purpose of it is our builders. So for our certified pro training. What I'm going to go over is Deckorators, just some quick history, a little history lesson. Go over our decking product, our railing products, some installation best practices, and then just kind of bring it all together. Just kind of what the big difference is between Deckorators and everybody else. So some quick history. Deckorators actually started back in 1998 by a deck builder in St. Louis. He is still a deck builder today, but he started the aluminum baluster. So that's where aluminum baluster started, was with Deckorators in 98. Before he came out with the aluminum baluster, they were all just wooden balusters on decks. So that's our claim to fame. That's where we started, was 98. 2004, UFP, our parent company, introduced Latitudes. So we've been making a wood plastic composite since 2004. So we're going on 20 years now. So we're not just brand new into the decking market. 2005, UFP acquired Deckorators and also Main Ornamental, so decorative post caps. So the decorative post cap that you see Lowe's, Home Depot that goes on a 4x4 post, 6x6 post. That's what that is. And then 2009, UFP acquired our Eovations, our Surestone technology from Dow Chemical. So 2005, UFP we brought everything together. So that's when we became the company that we are today. Deckorators is today. So the full backyard products. 2016 is when we came out with the first Eovations slash Surestone product. That's when we came out with Vault. So we've been making Vault since 2016. So the Surestone product, Surestone technology, it's not some brand new product that just came out. We've been making it for 8 years. And then 2019 is when we came out with Voyage, so our top line product that I will talk about. And then we're really exciting. I think about 5-6 weeks ago, we were announced the decking and railing official partner of the PGA Tour and PGA Champions. What that means to you is that we will be doing advertising, commercials, lots of different things in order to get our name out there. So that way, whenever you go and meet with a potential customer and you mention the Deckorators name, hopefully there'll be some brand recognition. They'll at least have seen our name somewhere. Okay, the Certified Pro program itself. Number one benefit for being a Decorator Certified Pro right off the bat is 3% in marketing funds. It is marketing funds. So if you want to wrap your truck or you want to do hats, any kind of marketing that you want to do, that's what that money is that's what its intent is. So you get 3% back on all of your Decorators purchases. However, we're going to automatically deposit it into whatever banking account you dictate when you sign up. It's just going to every 3 months, it'll be automatically deposited into your account, and you can do with that money whatever you want to do. Want to go on vacation, whatever. It's your money to do with what you want. But if you want to do some marketing activities, that's what that money is for. The only caveat to that is it is only a 1.5% on Tropics. So our composite deck board that is stocked at most Lowe's, that's going to be just a 1.5% on that product. Otherwise, it's 3% on everything. Additional benefits is leads off of our website. We're going to put you on our website. So we're going to put your company info on there. So whenever someone hits the builder locator and pops in a zip code, you'll show up there. Eligibility to attend our Pro Summit. That's where we send based off of products, purchases, and receipts uploaded. Our top 10 builders in the US, our top 2 builders in Canada. Additionally, a couple years ago, we added a Beyond Ordinary award. So this is an opportunity for 2 builders who they might not do $500,000 in decorators a year or $1 million in decorators a year, whatever it takes in order to get into that top 10 and top 2. But builders who do amazing work, just amazing quality, post everything on social media, tag decorators, are good for us, good for our brand. The decorators field specialist once a year get together, nominate who they think should be in that top 2. And so that's an opportunity for, again, someone who doesn't do, isn't doing, $10 million worth of decks a year, but does great quality work. Opportunity to attend that event. This last year, it was in, I don't remember where it was. Don't remember where it was, but someplace fancy, someplace with a lot of water with a beach. So, and then partner discounts is another benefit, and I'll talk about those in just a sec. Jamaica. Thank you, Jamie. So there's 2 levels of our partnership. Certified Pro. Right off the bat, everybody is a Certified Pro from $1, or as soon as you sign up, you're a Certified Pro. We also have Certified Elite. Benefits for being a Certified Elite is in our builder locator, you're going to show up first within the 50-mile search of your area. We also do Certified Pro spotlights. So we do it ranges between like a 5 and 10 minute video on you, your company, what you do, how you do it. And those are have been great as far as for you, the builder, to be able to spotlight your own company. And then a product development collaboration when you're one of our certified elites. Qualifications to be a certified pro is a builder license if your state requires it, and then business insurance. It's not insurance where we need to be named on it. We just need to know that you have business insurance because we're going to promote you on our website. We just want to make sure whoever we put on there is a legitimate company. Um, education and training. So go through this training that I'm doing right now, either with your local field specialist or this that we're doing right here. And this, as I mentioned before, this is open to new deck builders or a deck builder who wants a refresher, or you have new salespeople, new project managers. Anyone can join this along with dealers and distributors. And then qualification in order to be a certified elite is once you upload $100,000 or more in a calendar year um, of Decorators products, the next calendar year you will be certified elite. So just to make sure I explain that right, let's say you hit $100,000 by July, it'll be the next calendar year that you'll be considered certified elite. Okay, so just real fast, mention some partnerships. So we've got JobTread. So if you're a Decorator Certified Pro and you sign up for JobTread, you get a 5% discount. It doesn't sound like much, but their service is incredibly inexpensive. I think the last time I looked, it was under $200 a month to use their software. But they have it's a construction management software that, in a nutshell, it makes anyone who uses it look like a multi-million-dollar organization. Allows you to manage all of your projects, your purchases, your expenses, your invoices. When you send a quote to a customer, you can give your customer an option to add fries or an apple pie to it and adjust their pricing on the fly. So it's I've seen it typically the first time you use their software and you send a quote to a customer, it will normally pay for itself for the next 10, 20 years just on the first job that you run through it. There's also Mosier, which is kind of a GPS tracking device that you use to map out the topology of a project that can be pulled into several different drawing and design applications. So you get a discount on that. And then there's Groundwork, which is a software that's, because everything nowadays, it's 2024, everyone's using everything's video, everything's TikTok. So this apologize, I'm trying not to sneeze, y'all. So Groundwork allows your customer the ability to collaborate with you using video, so they can shoot a quick video of their backyard, where it is that they're wanting to have the deck placed, and will allow you to collaborate with them and kind of more than just this, but you can pre-qualify that customer without actually having to go on site and determine if you do need to go out on site before you do that. So it helps save some time on your part and the homeowner. So we do have a deck design tool as well. You do not have to be a Decorator Certified Pro in order to use this. Anyone who goes to our website can use this. I just wanted to point it out for anyone. If you don't already know that we have it, we have it. This is just a quick deck that I built. It shows, just wanted to show you can do border board, breaker board, different color, stairs, railing. I've got ADA railing on here, and it will give you a full takeoff as far as part number, description, quantities, everything that you need for that. Okay, so 13 minutes in, and we're finally to some products. So our decking. So we have two different types of composite decking. We've got the wood plastic line, and then we have our Surestone line, so our mineral based. In each of those product lines. So we've got two different flavors. So with our wood plastic, so this is going to be our entry level wood plastic. It's a scalloped board, so therefore meaning there's less product in it, so it's going to be less expensive. But what I want to point out, and this is if you have not gone to a dealer and gotten pricing on our venture board, highly recommend that you do, because this really is a price point board. It is it's a really inexpensive board, but when you compare the price point that this board sits at compared to everyone else, it for one, typically in the price point that this sits at, the boards are going to be a solid color. It's going to be a gray, it's going to be a brown. Our venture board has true color variegation, so no two boards look alike. Additionally, our wood plastic composite, when we make it, our wood is ground down to a flour, so it doesn't look all chunky at the end like some of our others, where you've got it. Looks like a particle board, or you kind of see wood chips there. If you can see the wood, that means that's just a sponge that's waiting for moisture. So we grind our wood down to a flour. Um, Additionally, our warranty. Our warranty all the way down to this board. So everything that we have is going to either have this warranty or better. But this board at this price point has a 25-year structural warranty, 25-year fade and stain, but it's got a 25-year labor warranty, 25-year removal and replacement. And that is tied to the product. It is not tied to you, the builder. So what I mean by that is a homeowner can go and buy our product. They can install it themselves. It's got to be installed correctly. No question. It's got to be, 16 on center or less. You can't be doing butt joints on a single joist. It's got to be built correctly. But if it's built correctly, let's say 20 years from now, the product fails, we stand behind our product. So if that product fails, we're not going to leave it up to that homeowner to have to do the labor or pay someone to come remove it and replace it. Or you, the builder, we're not going to leave you holding the bag where you've got to provide the labor to remove it and replace it. If the product fails, the product fails. It's on us. So we cover the labor on that for 25 years, even all the way down to this entry level board. That right there, I'm not aware of any other manufacturer that has a warranty like that. So that right there separates us from everybody else. And when you're talking with a potential customer, that's just added peace of mind for your customer that you can explain. It's got the product itself has a 25-year labor warranty on it. So the other line that we have in our wood plastic is our Vista line. So this one, obviously, it's not scalloped, so it is a solid board. Again, it's got the 25-year structural, 25-year fade and stain, 25-year removal and replacement. This one, so other than not being scalloped, it has an enhanced traction on it. So not saying that the Venture has a bad traction. This one just has a better traction. Additionally, this one is CAL FIRE rated. So this one is going to come in 4 different colors, whereas the other one just had 2. They both are 5.5-inch wide. So they're going to be grooved in square edge. One other thing I want to point out, this line, or Vista line, comes with a fascia and a riser. So it's going to have the 8-inch and 11.25-inch. The Venture line only has fascia. We do not have a riser in this. Again, that's our entry level board. So it's if you need a riser, you'll have to purchase the fascia and then rip that board in order to get the riser. So that is our wood plastic composite. Now I'm going to talk about our Surestone board. About 18 minutes in. Okay. So this is something else that truly differentiates Deckorators from everyone else. So in the composite world, there's wood plastic composite, and then you have some solid PVC. It's manufacturers that just use a solid PVC. In this case, our Surestone board, it's for one, there's no wood in it, and it's not a solid PVC. We use plastic and essentially crushed limestone as our core material for the board. Additionally, all composites, or I should say 99% of composites, are extruded. You mix it up in a big bowl, your plastic, your wood, whatever is in your core, you squeeze it out like a Play-Doh machine, and there's your board. And admittedly, that's how we make our wood plastic. Our Surestone products, on the other hand, instead of pushing it, we pull it. So like this candy or taffy, whatever this is, this picture on the right-hand side, pulling it provides a lot of benefits to that composite deck board. So the first thing is you see as it shows in this picture, you get strands. Those strands give the board strength. You put this board 16 on center and take a sledgehammer, you cannot break that board. It is the strongest composite on the market. Um, so then there's the weight. So as you pull it, this candy or taffy, it lightens in color. If you've ever seen one of the show candy or taffy being made, it lightens in color. So lightening in color, it's actually kind of separating the plastics from the limestone at a molecular level. It's creating like microscopic little air pockets. It's pulling weight out, so it's incredibly light. It's going to be about the same weight as a solid PVC, so about 35% lighter than a wood plastic. So you can carry 2 or 3 20-foot long boards on your shoulder, and the ends of the board aren't scraping the ground because of the weight. Again, significantly lighter. Um, Biggest difference, though, is going to be expansion and contraction. So because we pull it instead of push it, it's like taking a rubber band, pulling it tight, and locking it in place. So I can't say it has zero expansion and contraction or zero thermal movement, but it is the smallest amount. So it's a 16th of an inch over a 20-foot board over a 50-degree temperature swing. So that means it's a 32nd of an inch on either end of a 20-foot board as far as expansion and contraction goes. That is the smallest amount of expansion and contraction of any composite, especially when you compare it to a solid PVC. Solid PVCs expand and contract more than wood plastics do. So this with our Surestone, you essentially get all the benefits of a solid PVC, but none of the drawbacks. So you can install this again because there is no wood in it. You can install this board anywhere, on the ground, in the ground, on the water, in the water, doesn't matter. And because of all of that, our any of our products that are made of our Surestone technology are going to have a 50-year structural warranty. Um, last thing I want to hit on this slide is heat resistance. So as I mentioned, our core material is essentially crushed limestone and plastic. If you walk on limestone, that mineral, that rock, whatever it is, it's not hot when you walk on it. If it's 100 degrees outside and you walk on it, it doesn't burn your feet. So that being the core material that we have in our composite, also tie that into the fact that we pull it and it's creating those little microscopic pockets. There's nothing in that board that is going to absorb heat. It's not going to maintain the heat. So with direct sunlight on it, the darker the board, the darker the color, sure, it's going to be hot. You walk on a white sandy beach and it's 100 degrees outside, it's going to burn your feet. You walk on a white concrete and it's 100 degrees outside, it's going to burn your feet. So with direct sunlight, sure, it's going to be hot. We do have UV inhibitors in it. So while there's a competitor of ours that claims to have a cool deck product, ours is cooler with direct sunlight. But when you remove the sunlight, so whether it's a cloud or you just walk on it or put your hand on it, it's going to cool off faster than any other composite. So it's going to feel cooler. Okay, enough about that. 23 minutes. Okay, just watching the clock for you. So, as I mentioned in the first slide or the second slide, so we've got 2 different flavors of our Surestone deck board. So we've got Vault and Voyage. The Vault, this is the first one that the first board that we came out with this technology. So it is a 5.5 inch wide board. It's got a flat grain appearance to it, and the grain pattern is a cathedral grain pattern to it. Great board. Again, made with our Surestone technology, so you can install this anywhere. It's got the 50-year structural. Comes in 12, 16, and 20s. We do have the riser and the fascia in this. But then is our Voyage board. So this is our top end, top line composite deck board, our Voyage. So one, the enhanced traction on it. I actually did went to go meet with a builder in West Texas last week. Man, time flies. And I had one of our competitors' product next to ours, and she asked if she could scratch it. So I'll admit, I always get nervous, but she scratched the competitor board that I had, and just with her fingernail, and it left a scratch mark. She went to scratch our Voyage board, and because the traction is so pronounced, um, on the video, she actually states that it filed her nail. Because the traction is so pronounced, it filed her nail. Those were her words. She's the one that said it and did it. It wasn't me. But so our traction, I will do the Pepsi challenge with any of our competitors. This board by far has the best traction of any composite on the market. Forget about the fact that you can install it anywhere and it's lightweight and it doesn't have the expansion and contraction of any of our competitors. So, sure, I'm biased. I work for Deckorators, but this is by far the best composite deck board on the market, hands down. So it's going to come in these 6 different colors that are there. It Then it comes in 4 different widths. So it's going to come in the standard 5.5 inch wide board, but we also offer it in a 3.5, 7.25, and a 9.25. The 9.25 board looks like a piece of fascia, but it's an actual deck board. So I think I hit everything there. So I mentioned so the different widths. We just came out with our stair tread. So this is a full 11.25 inch wide board. Its purpose is to be used as a stair tread. However, the dimensions of it, the edging of it is the exact same as one of our deck boards. So if you wanted to, or you're doing something creative, doing a crazy inlay, you now have an 11.5 inch wide board that you can use when you're doing those things. But kind of like in this picture here, when you use a single piece stair tread, instead of using 2 deck boards or 3 deck boards, it gives the deck a more elegant look. So this was just announced. They just started shipping out. It is going to be, at least for this year, I haven't heard anything otherwise, but it's going to come in these 3 colors that are here. And again, this is shipping. It does, however, only come in a 13-foot length. It's a wide board. I couldn't imagine an 11.25 inch wide board at 20 foot long. That'd be a big board. So we do ship it at 13 foot only. Then we've got 3 other products that we also make in our Surestone. So the first one is the porch floor. So this is a tongue and groove board. So it's just a standard, it's the exact dimensions as a standard porch floor deck board. You install it just like you would a traditional porch floor. You just toenail it. However, it's made out of the Surestone material. So it's not going to absorb water and it's not going to expand and contract like everything else. Then on the bottom right, we have our sleeper. So this is it's a 2x2. So it's a 1.5 by 1.5 inch board made out of our Surestone technology. Therefore, there's no wood in it. So if you're going to build a deck on a concrete patio, I live in Dallas. It's flat here. Everyone's got a concrete patio. So if you build a deck on a concrete patio, what are you going to fasten your deck boards to? Wood that's going to absorb water and rot, Now you have this. So if you're building a deck on a concrete patio or a rooftop deck, you fasten your deck boards to this. It's not structural, so it's got to lay flat on, again, either the roof or on the concrete, but you fasten your deck boards to this. Doesn't matter if you've got water pulled up on that concrete slab. It's not going to absorb any moisture. And then on the top right, this is actually kind of one of my favorite products that we have. So we do separate it out. Yes, it's the same dimensions as our deck boards, but we call it our picture frame board. It uses it's the same color that we use for the streaking in all of our composite deck boards. So when you use this as your border board, use it as your breaker board, it's just going to pull that streaking out of those deck boards, really make it pop. Um, it does come in the 3.5, 5.5, and a 7.25 inch wide board, in addition to that stair tread. But I will admit to everyone on this call, I am not a deck builder. If I was to build a deck and I was building a deck that had railing on it, every single time I would go with the 7.25 inch wide board as my border board, because then when you install your railing, you install your post with the base plate. Your base plate's going to sit 100% inside that board, that border board. So you're just going to have a nice, cleaner look. If you've never seen it done that way, then doing it on 5.5 inch wide boards, no big deal, looks great. But once you've seen it with a 7.25 inch border board and how clean it is, you'll never go back. You'll use the 7.25 inch every single time. Okay, so there's our decking products. We're 30 minutes in. So just want to point out that our Surestone boards are approved for residential cladding. All the installation manuals and everything on that is on our website. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, fasteners. So we have our stowaway hidden fastener. We've got plugs. We've got epoxy coated screws, and we've got stainless steel screws. We've got the tools, the fascia tool. We've got the pro plug tool. We've got a depth setter tool that you can use to ensure that the top of the screw sits flush with the deck board. I love our stowaway hidden fastener. That design allows you, if you need to remove a board for some reason, things happen, need to get under a deck for plumbing or wiring or whatever the reason. With this design, you can remove the screw, take a screwdriver, slide all the fasteners down, and remove just a single board. You don't have to remove 3 boards just to remove one, or remove all of your deck boards from the end of the deck all the way to that point. You can just remove just a single board. But when it comes to our warranty, we don't care. Use whatever you want. So we do have an approved fastener list, but ultimately, when it comes to our warranty, as long as whatever fastener you used, if there was a product failure with the deck board, if there was a failure, as long as it wasn't the fastener that caused it, then whatever fastener you use will have no effect on the warranty. Some of our competitors do that. Most have an approved list. I know there's a big one right now that just stated they were no longer supporting camo. So if you use camo on with their decking, they'll no longer honor the warranty. Again, we try to make it easy, try to make it simple. There's too many fastening systems out there. I like ours, but there's others that are good too. So again, you can use whatever you want. Onto the railing. So we've got 3 different flavors of our railing, but they're all aluminum and they're all powder coated. So we have this rapid rail. I'm going to jump back and forth real fast. So hope I don't mess with y'all. So we have our rapid rail. This is a knockdown kit where you build it yourself. We have our contemporary rail. So this is going to be a welded panel. So pre-assembled panel. And then we've got our cable. So those are the three types of railing. We do have we've got some composite railing that's available that's more on the retail side. So I'm not gonna talk about that here, but just so you know, we do have it. So This rapid rail, so again, this is a knockdown kit. You install your posts, you install the bottom rail, install the top rail, drop the balusters through, and then there's a top plate that goes on top of this here. So we try to make everything easy. On all three of these lines, when you order your post, it's going to come with the top cap. It's going to come with the base plate. When you order the rail section, it's going to come with the brackets. So if it's just a straight rail system, it's going to come with a straight two-piece bracket. If it's a stair rail, then it's going to come with swivel brackets. But we try to make it really easy, really simple to order, simple to install. I will say that this rapid rail is going to be less expensive than the welded panel. But I want to point out that when you install this, when you put it together and you snap that top rail in place, don't do it until you're ready, because once you snap it in place, I'm not going to say you can't remove it, but it's going to be hard. Probably going to scratch it trying to get it off of there. But because of that, this is going to be just as strong as our welded panel. The reason why it's going to be less expensive, obviously, this comes in 6 foot, 8 foot lengths, 36, 42-inch high. So the shipping on that is going to be more expensive than the shipping on our rapid rail. This is going to come in a much smaller box. So it's going to be less expensive. It's going to take a little bit more time, more labor to install. Not much. I like the name Rapid Rail. It really is easy to assemble. It's got crush blocks on the top and on the bottom. So when you snap it in place, you're not going to have that rattle in the baluster. But again, so it's going to be just as strong as the welded panel. But time is money, so we have this. So again, this is our welded panel, pre-welded, 6 foot, 8 foot length, 36, 42-inch high. This one does come in black, white, brown, and bronze. Again, I told you I was going to jump back and forth. The Rapid Rail only comes in black, white, and brown. So the Rapid Rail does not come in bronze. Then our cable. So other than that, the dark slate, the picture frame board I mentioned is one of my favorite. This is my other favorite, our cable rail. This, if you've not priced our cable rail, highly recommend. Even if you take a configuration from a deck that you have already built, you've already done it, I would get pricing on our cable rail. It is one of the least expensive cable rail systems on the market. In some instances, I've done several configurations. I've done enough cable rail takeoffs I can do it in my sleep now. But I've done some configurations where our cable rail actually came out less expensive than our contemporary rail, the welded panel. So as I mentioned before, when you order your post, it's going to come with the top cap and the base plate. The posts are going to come pre-drilled. So you've got your end post, your line post, your stair middle post, your stair bottom post. We've got corner post, so you don't have to double post your corners. We do have a corner post that that has a quarter round in it with, and it's going to come. The post will come with two fish eyes for you to run the cable through in order to cut that corner. So the cables themselves are going to come kitted, like the drawing here. So when you order the cable, it's going to come with the cable, nuts, bolts, ends, the tensioner. It's going to come with everything you need. It comes in lengths that vary from 5 foot to 50 foot. So 50 foot is the longest run that you can do with the cable. And then you're going to determine your quantity based on the height of the rail. So if it's a 36-inch tall rail, you're going to order 10 sets of cable. If it's 42-inch tall rail, you're going to order 12 sets of cable. Okay, the post. So when you order your top rail, it's going to come with the brackets. Again, if it's a straight rail, it'll come with straight brackets. If it's a stair rail, it'll come with swivel brackets. And then it'll come with the color match spacer as well. So everything is kitted. Super simple to order. really easy to install. I can tell you I've installed them, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, then we have our privacy screen. I'm not going to talk a lot about this. This is a brand new product. It did just start shipping, but I'm still waiting on a little bit of information on it myself. But want to point out that the posts themselves, it's the same black, textured black that we use for our railing. So if you combine the two, if you have privacy screen just between you and your neighbor's house, and then on the back side you have the railing, you can tie it all together and it'll look the same. It's not going to look like two different systems. This is going to be kitted, so kind of like the picture on the left, it's going to come with your posts and then a C channel, and for you to put in whatever you want. We do make a the privacy panels, so four different designs of the privacy panel, and a wood plastic board that is made to go in the privacy screen. The reason we are offering these three boards in this, again, you don't have to use it, but the reason we're going to offer it is because these are going to be double sided. Our deck boards are not double sided. The Voyage and the Vault, the coloring is the same on the backside, the texture is not. So if you want full double-sided, you can use this, or you can use our decking, or you can use anything else that you want. Back on this, it's going to come again with the C channel for you to put the product in, and then different size spacers, so that whether it's a 7/8 board, a half-inch board, a quarter-inch board, whatever it is that you put in there, you'll have spacers that'll come in that kit. Boom. Okay. There's our products. Okay. It's 12. So I've got 12:40. I got 5 minutes. I'll be done in less than 5 minutes, y'all. Um, so installation best practices. So, number one is if you use hidden fasteners, I don't know why we're the only one. We have this in our installation manual. No one else that I'm aware of does. I think every other manufacturer, because others expand and contract more than ours, I think you should do this regardless of what composite you're putting down, but pin the board. So what that means is if you've got 20-foot boards that you're installing, somewhere in the middle, on the middle joist, do what's pictured here. So pre-drill into that groove at a 45-degree angle, run a screw all the way down and in there. What that does is that pins that board in the center. So as the boards expand and contract, again, even our Surestone, it's the smallest amount, it does still expand and contract. So as they expand and contract, they expand when it gets hot during the day. They shrink when when the sun goes down. So all day, every day, composite boards expand and contract. If you pin the board in the center, that means 25 years from now, you're still going to have a nice clean edge up against your border board. You're going to have a nice clean cut. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, it'll still look like you just built it if you pin that board. That just ensures the expansion and contraction happens at the ends, all in the same spot. So we do have that in our installation guide. And then these last two pictures here, it's in our installation guide. Please, 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 if you do a butt joint, and I'll admit I'm not a fan of butt joints, I'd rather use a breaker board. But if you do a butt joint, either to use two joists or put blocking on either end. Don't do a butt joint on a single joist. Definitely don't use, and I've seen this too often, I've seen butt joints on a single joist with a single fastener here trying to hold on to both boards. So please, please, please do not do that. Joist spacing is going to be 16 on center for 90 degree, 12 on 45. That's pretty much the industry standard. And then cutting. So when you are cutting our Surestone material, when using the Vault or the Voyage, we do recommend putting the board face down. because you're typically going to get a cleaner cut on the bottom, and then use a blade with the fewest teeth. More teeth on a blade just creates more heat. So if you go out and buy a 80, $100 Diablo blade that have a ton of teeth, it's just going to create more heat. I recommend everyone just go buy the cheapest framing blade with the fewest teeth that you can get. Um, Once you start to see a little color on the blade, so once and it's going to take a long time, but once the boards start to heat up, just take that blade, swap it over to your framing saw, and then stick a new cheap 10, 12, $15 framing blade in to cut the mineral based. All right, almost done. Okay, one more minute. So installation instructions, everything is on our website for all of our products. Everything is there. Product literature, clean and care guide, and then technical information. So any CCRs or anything, everything that we have, it's going to be on our website. And then just to kind of bring it all together. So unprecedented product and innovation. So the Surestone, again, virtually no thermal movement. You can install it anywhere. Traction, again, I'll do the Pepsi challenge with anybody. No water absorption. It's lightweight. All the different widths from 3.5 to 11.25. And then again, you cannot break it. And then peace of mind. So 50-year structural for our Surestone boards, 25 structural for our wood plastic boards, and then the fade and stain, and then the labor. Again, no one else is offering a 25-year removal warranty on their composite deck boards. Fasteners, again, if it fits, it's good. And then the 3% back for our Certified Pro program. And last slide, when you submit your invoices to get your 3%, be aware that the invoices have to be submitted within 120 days of the date that's on that invoice. If it's 121 days, there's nothing I can do. It's not going to get approved. And then your company name must be on that invoice when you submit it also. That is it. I've got 46 minutes. So that is it. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to unmute. So actually, Jamie and Michael, we had a couple of builders on and they have since jumped off. Oh no, Ryan's on. I just don't see you. You're on one part of my screen, you're not on another. Sorry about that, Ryan.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We ended up doing the mobile route, so I'm driving to my destination listening. So
Okay. Okay. I apologize. I know I talked a million miles an hour. My voice hurts, but I try to get through it quick. But then open it up for any questions. So, any question you can think of, Ryan?
what was the Pepsi challenge again? I may have missed that.
So the traction that's on our Voyage board,
Yep.
it is, it's insane. And I did a little, I shot a little, or my boss actually shot a TikTok video. I stole the video from him and I put it on TikTok, but had a deck builder last week that I had one of our competitors next to ours. She asked if she could scratch it. So she got down on the ground and she scratched our competitor, put a huge scratch on the deck board. And I was nervous, I'll admit. She scratched our Voyage. Her words, she said that when she tried to scratch our Voyage, that it actually filed her nail. So instead of being able to scratch the board, because the traction is so pronounced, she said it actually filed a little bit of her nail off.
Sure. Why is it called
So,
Pepsi Challenge?
no, it's just I'm old and there used to be commercials, Coke,
Okay.
Pepsi, Coke. So I'm just saying
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
do a
35. I'm
side
not
by
that old.
side. Yeah, I'm old, man. I'm 51. I've got 2
Oh, okay.
grandkids, so
Wow, you're a young
I'm
grandfather.
old, but yeah, so I'm there are some other composites that have really good traction. I mean, hands down, there are some we got some good competition out there, but yeah, when it comes to traction, yeah, I think by far, if you have something, if you're building a deck near water, hands down, I'd go with the Surestone. So go with the Voyager, the Vault product.
Sure.
All
Do you
right.
have any questions, Bill? I think we're good for questions.
Okay. All right. So I'll let you said you've already spoken with Kevin, but I'll let him know that you were on. And
Yep.
if you have any questions, he's your man. Um, yeah, Kevin's been around for a long time.
Yep.
I don't think he's older than me, but I think he's pretty close.
Hmm.
So all
There you go.
right. All right. Well, I really appreciate it, Ryan.
Cool. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Yeah.
Um,
Appreciate your time. Thanks, man.
nope. Thank you.
All
All
right. Catch you later.
right. Thanks. So, Jamie and Michael, if you've got any questions, it's just the three of us.